I want to start this week with a story. And the story ties in with the theme that you may have noticed for today, which is seeing the light within and expressing that light, embracing that light. So the story is this. I'm going to just read it out. It's gone through the internet many, many times. I don't even know who to give credit to for this story. I first saw it from Dr. Wayne Dyer, and then I've seen it since many places. So anyway, it's just a great story, so we're just going to know that whoever wrote this gets the credit. A young woman complained to her mother about the hardships and difficulties in her life. She didn't know how she was going to continue and wanted to give up. The young woman said, "I'm tired of fighting and struggling. It seems that as soon as one problem is solved, a new one appears." In response, her mother took her to the kitchen, filled 3 pots of water, placing each one on the stove over a high flame. Soon the water came to a boil. In the first pot she placed carrots. In the second pot she placed eggs. And in the last she placed coffee grounds. She let them sit and boil without saying a word. In about 20 minutes she turned off the burners. The mother then fished the carrots out and placed them into a bowl. She then took the eggs out and put them in another bowl, and then she ladled the coffee out into a bowl of its own. Turning to her daughter, she said, "Tell me what you see." "Carrots, eggs, and coffee," said the daughter. Her mother brought her closer and asked her to feel the carrots. She did, and she noticed that they were soft. The mother then asked the daughter to take the egg and break it. After peeling off the shell, she observed the hard-boiled egg. Finally, the mother asked the daughter to sip the coffee. The daughter smiled as she tasted the rich flavor. The daughter then asked, "What does this mean?" Her mother explained that each of these objects had faced the same adversity, boiling water, and each reacted differently. The carrot went from strong and hard and unrelenting to soft. The eggs had been fragile with the liquid center, and they went from fragile to hard in the center. But the coffee beans were unique. After they were in the boiling water, they were not changed. They changed the water. When we go within and we find that light of our truth, our essence, when we live from that place, when we embrace that truth, that oneness with God, and express that in all we do, we change the water. We change the environment around us. We do not have to be affected by the circumstances of this world. We do not have to allow those circumstances to change us, might be a better way to say that. Certainly there's going to be times that we become sad, that we become heartbroken. There's going to be times that we fear. There's going to be times that we become angry. We do not have to let those times change us. When those circumstances of life change us and cause us to become soft, do not get confused with soft-hearted here. When our heart softens, we become more compassionate, more empathic, more loving. What I'm talking about is our resolve softens. We think that we cannot handle it. We think we cannot make change. We think we're not worthy. We think we're not good enough. We think we are lacking. That's what happens when we soften, when we allow the things in this world to soften us. We become a victim. We move into victim mode and we give all of our power out to whatever it is that's changing us. We've taken our eye off of the light within. When we become hard, the same situation might make us become defensive or angry or whatever it is, and we rise up and we build that big wall. And we're building that big wall to keep all of that stuff out. And all we've done is we've trapped the anger and the fear inside with us. And we've actually succeeded in building something that prevents us from receiving the love and the peace and the goodwill that is available out there. So becoming soft, we become a victim. Becoming hard, we cut ourselves off from all that is good, because that wall is also around our heart. And even though God is within, we have encapsulated that knowing, we've encapsulated that feeling, and we've blocked ourselves from receiving it. So instead of becoming soft or becoming hard, we stand in our light. We stay true to our essence. We stay true to our oneness with God. So I want you all to think about a situation that you had a difficult time getting through. We're going to do something here really quick. So just think about it. A time that you had difficulty getting through. Sitting here today, I know that you got through it. So what did you have within you that allowed you to do that? Think of one thing. What positive trait or quality did you have within you that allowed you to get through that? Identify that and just remember it. Now, thinking on this situation, I want you to now think about what was something you wish you had going through that situation. Something internal. If you're going through a real bad situation where somebody was being a bully, your wish is not that you had a bigger bully to take care of that one. Your wish is, what do you wish you would have had inside that could have assisted you? Okay? So we've got, what did you have inside? That's one thing. What do you wish you would have had inside? Okay? You have those? And these are probably feeling words is what we're looking for here. What did you have inside? Could have been power, could have been strength, could have been love. What do you wish you had? Maybe it was peace, maybe it was truth, maybe it was trusting. Okay? And this last one is, what feeling, what trait do you have within you or desire to have within you to help you walk through this journey of life? Just identify that. Okay. Hopefully you have 3 words here. If you do not, remember this or call me and I'll help you work through it. I want you to work through this thing and really discover this. And now I want you to put those words in a statement. I am a blank, blank, blank woman or man. Put them in that statement. I am a blank, blank, blank. And I'll give you Kathy and I did this process, a very extended version of this process years ago. And what this is this becomes a contract with yourself. This statement becomes a contract. My contract is, I am a whole, strong, trusting, and worthy man. Okay? So that's what I want yours to sound like. So fill in the blanks. This is a contract, as I said. It's also an identifier of your essence. Your essence contains every positive trait and quality you will ever need. But when you identify the top 3 or 4 that hold the most importance for you, what you have is you have a statement that you can use to empower you in every situation, and it calls up every other positive trait that you have. Some examples of how this works, I'll use personal examples. I had a meeting one time that for whatever reason just scared the bejeebers out of me. I just did not want to go. Before I walked into the meeting, I just sat back and I said my statement. I am a whole, strong, trusting man. I am a whole, strong, trusting man. I added worthy later on. I am a whole, strong, trusting man. I said that until I felt it. And when I felt it, I was able to walk into that meeting and not only attend the meeting, but participate in the meeting. Another thing that helped this contract assisted me in doing was throwing a surprise wedding for that woman right there. The proposal alone scared me because I was thinking about rejection, but it empowered me to give her a surprise wedding. And we had just kind of briefly talked about marriage before, and we'd gotten the license, but really didn't have a clue how it was all going to happen. We just knew it was going to happen. So that contract helped me. When we walked into the place and I finally realized I may have pushed her too far, I had to go inside. I had to say my contract. I had to get my strength back. Because I literally thought that, oh my goodness, I have gone too far this time. It worked. 25 years ago, almost 25 years ago. So, this statement can empower you in any difficult times and in any good times. The song that we talked about was Stand in Your Light. Or the song we played, rather, was Stand in Your Light. That's what we do. We're coming into, what are we now, 100 days out from the midterm elections? Things are going to get tough, folks. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. Things are going to get tough. Stand in your light. Do not back down. Don't fight. You know, if you back down, you're the carrot. You're becoming softer. If you fight, you're the egg. You're becoming harder and you're putting the wall up. Stand in your light, your truth. Embrace your truth and share it. And it's not just around elections. That's just something that we know is going to be a roller coaster for a while. Something we're all going to face. Stand in this light, whatever you're in, whatever you're involved in. If you believe in something, stand in your light. Express love and know that in doing so, you're expressing God. You're expressing as God into all you do. And there's nothing greater. There's nothing more purposeful than that. So let's close with prayer. This infinite presence of God permeates each of us and all things. The love of God radiates from all creation for all to see. God is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. We are one with God. We are one with all things. We are one with God awareness, and we are one with love. We look to the divine light within that is our essence, our center, our soul. And we find love and peace and wisdom worthy of being expressed into this world. We find healing in this light, and we elevate healing energy that we radiate out into the world. In our oneness with God, our expressions are divine. We find the inner strength and knowing to change the world for good. We stand strong in our truth. We stand strong in our unity with God. We stand strong in our divine expression into each situation in our day. Thank you, God, for the beautiful truth of this affirmative prayer. Thank you for the unconditional love and guidance. We are grateful that all this and more are already made manifest within us. Knowing this truth is the mind of God present within us. We need only receive it and express it as our truth. Thank you, Father, Mother, God, and so it is. Amen.